Never have I actually thought Trump was my daddy. And Kamala is not our mommy. Now, I realize Drew Barrymore has an effed up mom who put her into the spotlight at this young age and let her do drugs and drink when she was, I think, in the single digits, or like 12 at the oldest. That's a sickness, right? She's platformed these people. She leaned in and woke. Now she wants to get away with on Bill Maher. If you've changed, then own that. Own how you've changed, how you've seen the error of your ways. You won't be kneeling down to the transgender cult anymore. And I'll listen to you. A lot of people have evolutions. I will listen to you. Right now, I think you're just saying what you think you need to say to be popular with Bill Maher's audience.
Okay, everyone, let's discuss one of the most outrageous celebrity feuds to have recently aired on television. In keeping with her unrepentant demeanor, Megyn Kelly took center stage at a recent sit-down on Bill Maher's show and delivered a scathing critique that was directed specifically at Drew Barrymore.
On Drew Barrymore, this is again on the podcast, and listen to what she said in SAW 28.
You have a lot of bravado about what you think is the truth or not, but it's just so refreshing. Like, you were doing this before it was so dangerous.
Still dangerous.
And it is just way too dangerous now, but you're still doing it.
It's slightly less dangerous than it was 2 years ago because we did have a vibe change. And because the Democrats lost so badly in 2024, the blush is off the rose on left-wing censorship and, oh my God, you can't say that. Stop telling me what I can do, what I can say, what I can think, who my heroes are supposed to be. Just get.
It was as abrupt and startling as the sound of a firecracker. Between astonished silence and amazement, the room froze. Megyn Kelly's criticism of Drew Barrymore's changing views on gender disputes and free speech sparked the commotion. Barrymore, who has long supported what many consider to be progressive values, was seen as erratic, and the confrontation put her in an awkward position of attention. This was on a different level, even for people who believe they have witnessed the most dramatic confrontations in Hollywood. Beyond mere criticism, Kelly's incisive words and bold delivery completely destroyed Drew's public image. Following Kelly's accusation that Barrymore embodied the very values she now appeared to be frightened of, the incident provoked intense discussions among fans and skeptics alike, with many posing the question of whether celebrities should be held more responsible for the discrepancies in their public pronouncements.
Saying what he's always said, to his credit. He's been very consistent. But there you have Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore talking about how it's still too dangerous to speak out with your real opinions. So what are her real opinions? Because just like Jimmy Kimmel and Sarah Silverman, she's been fueling the fire of wokeism for years. Who could forget how she humiliated herself next to fake, quote unquote, woman, meaning a man, Dylan Mulvaney, who came on her show and was treated like...
Did Drew's opinions actually improve? Or was this merely a popularity game?
Oh my God, there's so much wrong with that clip. It's stomach turning. She like... Leftists need to learn the number one lesson of being happy in life. Do not lean into your problems. Don't lean into crazy. Everyone's had crazy in their lives. The successful, sane ones do not obsess over it, do not want to relive it over and over, do not want to talk about it night and day on their show, do not talk about things like the ground feels safe to me. And they certainly do not literally bend the knee to the cult of transgenderism, Drew, and then talk about how, gee, it feels so dangerous. It's so dangerous, still too dangerous to say how you really feel. About what? What is it? Do you have a reversal on that?
The conversation became a striking reminder of the continuous struggle between notoriety and credibility as Megyn talked with unwavering truthfulness. Isn't it fascinating? I sincerely appreciate your support. So before we continue, please click the subscribe button to ensure you never miss our most recent updates. Let's now examine what transpired following Megyn. Kelly made Drew Barrymore the center of attention. Kelly was more than willing to express her harsh criticism of Drew in her animated exchange with Bill Maher.
That's a sickness, right? She's platformed these people. She leaned in and woke. Now she wants to get away with on Bill Maher saying it's too dangerous to say how you really feel. About what? You are the one who's been fueling the fire that you now seem to be calling dangerous. I mean, just like the hypocrisy. Be yourself at a minimum in front of all crowds, okay? If you've changed, then own that. Own how you've changed, how you've seen the error of your ways. You won't be kneeling down to the transgender cult anymore. And I'll listen to you. A lot of people have evolutions. I will listen to you. Right now, I think you're just saying what you think you need to say to be popular with Bill Maher's audience.
The narrative goes like this. Drew Barrymore, who embraces what many refer to as contemporary woke culture, has frequently stated that she is open to almost any socially and politically progressive cause. Do you recall those times when she appeared anxious to publicly endorse certain ideas that were popular? Regarding Drew Barrymore's apparent change, Megyn Kelly didn't remain silent. She pointed out a stark discrepancy between Barrymore's recent remarks on free speech.
Not joyful. Okay, he's a sick person, Dylan Mulvaney. He, I believe, may have had his chopped off. He's taking massive amounts of hormones. He's pretending that he is something other than what he is. And I believe, and many others believe too, because he really wants to be famous. He's been wanting to be famous for many, many years. He wasn't able to make it as a man or a gay man or a non-binary man, and now has gone full Eloise. And that's something that you think is brave, and you celebrated it openly on your show and told others that they
and her progressive persona in her interview with Bill Maher. Not long ago, Drew highlighted individuals like Dylan Mulvaney and Kamala Harris and hailed some of the most radical progressive views. She now, however, said she was uncomfortable speaking openly, particularly when it came to gender issues. When Maher contended that under Trump, individuals felt more free to express themselves, while under Biden, a single incorrect word might destroy a career, the conflicting messages were made evident. Kelly wasn't believing it, but Barrymore nodded in agreement. She got right to the point. How can Drew balance her new hesitancy with her prior support of far-left causes? The question persisted, where does performance start and authenticity end? Kelly continued. She wasn't only curious in Drew's public position. She was also looking for the real story.
We lift each other up. We all rise with the mouth quivering, just like the hideous to Dylan. Where do you find the strength to keep being the joy? Where do you find the strength to keep being the joy? Oh my God, she's too far gone. This is what happens when you become a Hollywood actress as a child. You lose your id. You don't know who you are. You're just floating. You're like the Martian, the astronaut disconnected from the spaceship. You're just adrift in space, untethered. You don't know who you are. Where do you find the strength to keep being the...
Kelly said that Barrymore need to accept full responsibility for the move and state it clearly if she had actually acknowledged her contradictions. Although it's acceptable to change one's opinions, blowback is unavoidable when it appears that you are merely modifying your message to appeal to a particular group of people. Because of this, Barrymore's lengthy history of supporting specific causes suddenly seems dubious, given her present concerns about the dangers associated with free speech.
Another comment by Bill on some ladies on The View, SOT 31.
I love Whoopi and Joe. Those are the two I really know. And I did it like a year ago, and I like everybody, but like I don't know if they're really, at this moment, the best advertisement for women. They just... it's
a format, that show.
They say some things that are just like not helpful, like say to elections. I mean, it's just,
Yeah, they actually are sitting on the floor. And still, she wasn't able to say what's real. Okay. Everyone who watched this show knows that he's right about it.
Kelly's critique pulled no punches. She was tired of celebrities shifting their views whenever convenient, and raised the fair question of integrity. Under the spotlight, every word carries weight. Drew Barrymore, like many stars, has championed major causes, but when her messaging feels inconsistent, it not only hurts her reputation, but also clouds the movements she supports. Kelly's sharp remarks about Drew's reluctance to fully own her stance exposed the contradictions of celebrity culture, where trying to please everyone usually backfires. Barrymore's complicated past, a child star balancing fame and struggles, may explain her sensitivity to public opinion. But as Kelly argued, caution isn't an excuse for contradictions. Online, the debate exploded. Is Barrymore genuinely progressive or just hedging? Kelly's call-out wasn't just about Drew. It highlighted Hollywood's broader superficiality. After all, when stars' actions clash with their professed beliefs, the polished image cracks. The real question is whether celebrities should be held accountable for shifting views that shape cultural debates. As for Barrymore, will she unify her message or keep moving through fame with ambiguity? What do you think? Does she truly stand for her ideals? Or is authenticity in Hollywood nothing more than a fleeting illusion?